Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Solo730 Know Stuff. This is episode 3 of my live stream. Hope everybody having a good week. Happy Friday. The day is November 21st, 2025. Oh, man. I'm trying to get comfortable here. So let's just jump right into it. I'm not going to be long-winded today, I promise. Today we're going to be talking about the best practice of least privilege. So, what is least privilege? Least privilege is, okay, how can I say that? I like to explain things in my own words, right? So, your least privilege means you're only giving people access to exactly what they need access to and nothing more. It's a very big thing. It's part of identity and access management. So let's talk about least privilege, right? I got some notes here. The main thing, and I just did these notes, so that's what took me so long to start. I know I'm supposed to start at like 9:30, 9 o'clock, but that's too late. I'll be in my fifth dream by then. So I want to talk. Least privilege is what they call a best practice, especially when it comes to identity access management and security. So, as far as AWS, so when you're using it with AWS, of course you're using it in the IAM console. So with AWS and I usually gonna put your employees or your users into groups, right? So you put them into groups. Say you got a group for people that just monitoring your S3 buckets. So you got a group of employees just for that. They don't need access to the budget and cost management console. They don't need that. So they don't need access to your Lambda functions or your EC2s or anything like that. So you just put them in groups just for what they need, and then you give access like that. So that's one way of least privilege. And also, with AWS, you also have what they call roles. So say somebody come in and you have your company, and you also have another company that need to access something. Say they have like a private contractor, a vendor, or something like that, and they need to access your S3 buckets or your EC2s, whatever. So instead of them giving them full access to everything that people for your S3 group has, you could give them what they call a role. Roles are temporary access. So you could give them access to the role. They could go in, make their changes, do their work for a certain amount of time, and then you could take the role access away from them. Usually that's how people do it when they have like contractors or vendors. They give them access through roles. They don't add them to the group because they're not a part of your they're part of your network, but they don't work for you. They're not your employee. They just part of your network. So when you have people that's just coming in to do things temporarily part of your network, you give them what they call role access. And all these things through the IAM, identity access management. This is least privilege. So you're not gonna give an intern the same access you get the admin. You're not gonna make an intern an admin. You're not gonna give them admin access. You're just not gonna do that. Whatever your title is, whatever your job is, you're only gonna get permission to use the functions that coincide with your job duties, right? You're only gonna get permission to permission the features that you need for your duties. That's it. So if you're never gonna go and spin up an EC2 instance with CloudFormation, then you don't need that. So that's basically the theory of least privilege. I hope I explained it okay. Also, right, with the least privilege, right? So you keep track of who's doing what with CloudTrail and AWS. They say CloudTrail and Guard Duty, but just gonna say CloudTrail because CloudTrail. I think I made a video about this too. CloudTrail, it, it monitors who's doing what, so you could look up, like say you have an employee, say I was an employee, my boss could look me up and see where I've been, where what tabs I've been. Have I been messing around in EC2's tab? Have I been trying to change my access, upgrade my access and my privileges myself through the IAM console? So CloudTrail monitors all of that. So if something does change, they can find out who did it. Who did it? You know what I'm saying? So that's it. I'm sorry I ain't explained too good this morning. I'm super tired. I was on daddy duty yesterday. So everything went well. Everybody's in good health. And then I had to go to work last night. So it was a lot. So my thinking cap is not really on. And it's also a core pillar of what they call zero trust. Zero trust, least privilege. Same thing. Zero trust. It's a big, you're going to hear that a lot. It's mostly like a cybersecurity thing. But zero trust is big. You don't trust nobody, right? You don't trust them. You don't trust that they're going to do what they're supposed to do. So we got what we have. We have the least privilege, zero trust, right? They only have access to the features that is essential to your duties. Okay? And how are you giving this access? You're giving your access through your group when you first hired, or as you get your title. There's already groups are pre-packaged. All right. So you're just gonna be spinning up EC2 instances. You're not dealing with S3 storage or nothing like that, or guard duty, no security. You're just gonna spin up some instances and break them down. So you're only gonna have access to EC2 privileges. You're not gonna have access to S3 buckets. You're not gonna have access to guard duty. You're not gonna have access to IAM. You're not gonna have access to the cost and budget console. You're not gonna have access to none of that. So that's already a pre-package. So as soon as somebody get hired, you put them in that group. Right? Now say you got somebody from another company, a vendor, even the same person. Say you just need him to do like a special assignment. You know, they want to spin up an EC2 instance, and before they spin it up, they want to see how much it will cost through the budget monitor, or they want to see what the budget was for this past month. See if it's in the budget to spin it up. Say you want to spin up something expensive like a Apple virtual machine or something like that. Then you check the budget. You might want to give them access through a role. So the role is also prepackaged, right? You could prepackage a role as well. But roles are temporary. So the role would just be for access to the budget console and cost console. But the role is temporary. So you could give them access to that role. Now I'm going there. Give him like hour access to however long he says he's gonna need. Once he or she finished with it, you could take the role away, but he still has access to his regular job, to his groups. As a best practice, you never give an individual, which is one person, their own individual access to features. You should always package your features as a role beforehand. Or if something comes up when this person will permanently need access to a different role, as well as his group, what you would do, you would create a new group, because it's gonna be a permanent access. And that one person, he or she might be the only person in that group in the beginning, or forever. but it's still in a group. So what happens? Say the person finds a new job, right? Or gets fired or whatever the case may be. They leave your company. When you find somebody to replace him or her, all you have to do is give the new employee access to that group. Put that employee inside the group, and you don't have to go individually through each feature. So that's what they call what they least privilege. We went a little over talk about the IAM stuff, roles, access, groups. This is important stuff, man. This is big business. People get paid a lot of money to do that. I hope I made it sound simple, but it's not as simple as it sounds, but it is simple as it sounds. Right? I used to do security. All right, that's over. Story time. Before I started my job I have now, when I was a young man, I did security. And for I did security. I was a security contractor. I worked for a company, but we worked at a company called CNET. CNET does GameSpot, what's it, download.com, and they got a few websites. So they had like these badges, right? And each badge, it didn't have nobody picture on it. Each badge, they had like, say you had a case, a box, came with 100 badges. Each badge was numbered. So when they bought the badges, it had like a SKU built into the badge that coincides with the number. Say the first one was like 001, 002, all the way up to 100, right? Because it had 100 badges. All right. So what you would do, there was a program. What you would do, you just put in the badge number, and then the badge number, you give the person access through the badge number. So, but we wasn't, and so they had groups as well. And if the person's need like one extra thing, you could give it to them. But that'd be that. Then you would create what they call a new group. So, and then you need your badge to get into the elevator, and your badge only allowed you to the floor that you worked on. So the people on the second floor was in a group. So you can, because you can have multiple groups assigned to people. So say just the second floor, the group was the second floor. And then the third floor, there was a group called third floor access. Second floor access, third floor access. Right? So the people on the third floor would get third floor access. And then depending on what department you was in, say it was 2 different departments on the third floor, you'll get the third floor access as a group. And then you also get the second group depending on what other department you was in. So that's how that worked. So you could later on, you could take the person's picture, print it out, put it on a sticker, they stick the person picture and their name onto the badge. Now, when this person gets fired or they leave the company, all you gotta do is just take their sticker off with their name and their photo. They don't keep the badge. Very important. They don't keep the badge because all the information is not tied to the person's name. It's tied to the badge. So say the badge was like 002. So once the person's not there no more, you go back into the program, type in badge 002, and then you could delete all access and privileges for that badge until you hire another employee, and then you could put that badge back in the groups. So, and I'm like, so I'm reading about that I'm like, wait a minute. It's just like when we used to make badges. But no. So it wasn't that bad. But yeah, that was my story time. One day I'm gonna tell the story about how I first got into this IT stuff. Wait, you know what? I'm not even monitoring my stream. I'm saying I haven't turned my stream on. I just started talking. I said, let me get right into it. I didn't watch any. I ain't listened to any of my podcasts. Oh yeah, I'm okay. I'm live, baby. I ain't listen. So I'm behind like 3 days, but it's okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do this weekend? I'm going to create a whole bunch of shorts because I was looking and when I was editing my um stream from yesterday, and it said I got like it said I got 500 views. I'm like, what? Like, congratulations, you got 500 views. I'm like, what? What it is, they count shorts as views. So I was listening to this young guy. He's a big time streamer. It's his name DDG or something like that. I know he was on Consense Streamers University, and somebody was asking him how he get paid for YouTube. So real quick, he get paid YouTube. He said he'd rather put out long form content. So long form content is regular long form content, and then it's shorts. But long form content is between like 10, 20 minutes. Anything over 10 minutes is what they consider long form content. He said he'd rather put that. You get paid more for that because you could they could put commercials in it. The longer your content, the more commercial breaks it get, the more you get paid. If you just putting out shorts get a lot of views, but the shorts drive people to your page so they could watch your long form content. Because you watching a short, you can't put a commercial in a short. You know, that'd be crazy. You watching a short and a commercial pop up, and then your short come back on. That's crazy. I think shorts could be up to 2 minutes, I believe. So you use the shorts to get the views, and hopefully wherever in your short, it catch the people's ear, catch people's eye, and they actually click on the video. So when you make a short, you tie it. It's give you options to associate it with a long form video, and then you just click. All right, this short is from this video. This short is from this video. As you making it, so then when the person's watching it, they could click on it, and then it'll take them straight to your long form video. Hopefully they watch it. Say it's 20 minutes. You can sneak in like 2 or 3 commercial breaks, and that's how you get paid. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do this weekend. I'm gonna make some shorts. I want to be optimistic and make about between these 3 streams. This is stream number 3, day 3. I want to make at least like 20 shorts. Truth be told, I want to make like at least 5 shorts for each stream. I want to make 5 shorts for each stream. So I think all my streams is long enough. The first one, the second one, and then today. Today we at 18 minutes. So it's cool, man. It's cool. I think I'm gonna go play some Call of Duty. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really playing my game this week. So I'm playing like 3 games of research. Oh, also real quick, because I'm trying not to be too long-winded, but I still got like 2 minutes. This stream is only gonna be like 20 minutes. I'm gonna start going to at least signing up for meetups. There's an app called Meetup, and if you go to Meetup, you can type in cybersecurity or AWS. See, I live in New York City, so we have a lot of meetups, but a lot of meetups are virtual now. So I'm gonna start doing some of the meetups, even if I don't stay for the whole meeting. They had a big one yesterday. I wish I would have known about it, but I should have known about it. That was my bad. I messed that up. I should have known about it, and I could have went. But yeah, so start networking on my LinkedIn in person. You know, meet other people. It's not even about you getting a job. It's more so meeting of like-minded people. I want to meet other like-minded people because I didn't come up in the IT world. I want to meet other like-minded people and just watch them, learn from them, mirror them, and because the technical stuff is fine. And I think next week we're gonna do a project live, how we did the vibe coding, which was like spontaneous. I'm a spontaneous kind of guy, but I think we might go into the AWS console, see if we can spin something up real quick. Maybe go to S3, do something simple. Go to S3 and make a quick load something up to the internet. Make a quick make quick static website, or not even if you just upload a picture. You know, so how to do that with the privileges for the well, not privileges but public access and the access control list, the ACLs. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. I think we're gonna do that next week because I'm not gonna have time to make a video this week because I'm gonna be making my shorts. I'm gonna be cutting the shorts up. I use DaVinci Resolve. I never use the CapCut. People use the CapCut. I never use the CapCut. But yeah, so that's my plans for this weekend. Hope everybody have a safe weekend. Happy Friday. Thanks for checking out my videos. I know in this video I was like stuttering a lot trying to get my thoughts together, but I'm super tired today. Yesterday I had a lot of energy. I think all the energy was spent yesterday. So thanks for checking out my video. I really do appreciate y'all. I appreciate the new followers, my old followers, people on my gaming page, solo730. I really do appreciate it. And I wish everybody else for wealth. I am super humble. I feel like even me doing these videos, I'm learning a lot. Just speaking it out loud, like this stuff I had in my head, but trying to speak it out loud. That's why I'm trying. I don't want to go with the script. I know everybody go with the script, but I'm not really doing this for the views. I'm really doing this for me, for the learning, for the people who wanna, do this as well. Like, yo, you could do it. I'm telling you could do it, and we can all do it because I know I'm gonna do it. This is my retirement plan. I only got 5 more years, and I need to do something, so I might as well do this. So this is actually my plan A. My plan B would just be stay at my job. So this is actually my plan A. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in a good position. So yeah, we're just gonna keep learning, man. That's what they say. You keep learning. Keep learning. All right. We'll talk about that next time. We're gonna talk about how AWS Lambda just blew up out of nowhere. So now instead of people using EC2 instances, everybody using Lambda because it's easier to spin up. And I want to talk about how EC2 instances people use them for like legacy software. But thanks for watching. Wish everybody health and wealth. I check it out next week. Enjoy the shorts. Leave a like, follow, a notification bell, all that good stuff. Later, GG's. I still didn't turn on my stream deck. It's alright though.